All right, let's talk about something that might make you a little angry once you hear it. There's a $2 fix sitting in your kitchen cabinet right now that can restore your air conditioner's cold air almost instantly, and the reason most people don't know about it is because a service call costs somewhere between $80 and $200, and that industry does not exactly run ads telling you how to fix it yourself. Why do you think your AC mysteriously stops blowing cold every single summer right when it's hottest? Coincidence? Or is it just dust and grime doing something nobody explains to you? By the end of this video, you're going to know something like 99% of people never figure out, and it's going to save you money for the rest of your life. So a few years back, my AC just stopped blowing cold. I called a repair guy, he showed up, poked around for 15 minutes, sprayed something, and handed me a bill for $140. That's when I started digging into what actually causes this, and it turns out most AC problems people pay for are not broken parts at all. They're just dirt, dust, and airflow blockages that anyone can clear out with stuff already sitting in their house. So let's get into it. Number one is the coil rinse using plain white vinegar. Grab a spray bottle, fill it with undiluted white vinegar, and spray it directly onto the condenser coils. Those are the metal fins on the outdoor unit or the exposed coil section if you have a window unit. Let it sit for 10 minutes, then rinse gently with a garden hose on a light setting. Why does this work? Because vinegar is a mild acid, and mild acids break down the mineral buildup and grime film that coats the coils over months of use. And that film acts like a blanket, trapping heat and stopping the coil from doing its one job, releasing heat outside so cold air can come inside. My grandmother used vinegar to clean literally everything in her house, including wiping down the fridge coils, and she swore it was cheaper and safer than anything from a store. Turns out she was onto something backed by actual chemistry. But wait until you hear tip number 4, because that one involves a kitchen item you'd never think belongs anywhere near your AC unit. Number 2 is the baking soda filter soak. Pull out your air filter, and if it's the reusable kind, mix a tablespoon of baking soda into a bucket of warm water and let the filter soak for 15 minutes, then rinse and air dry completely before putting it back. Baking soda is mildly alkaline, and it works almost like a magnet for the oily dust particles that regular water alone can't fully lift out of the filter material. During World War II, field medics used baking soda solutions for basic cleaning because it was lightweight, cheap, and multi-purpose, easy to carry, easy to mix, and effective on grime. Same principle applies here, just with your filter instead of a bandage. Number 3, and this one surprises people every time, is using a soft bristle toothbrush to clean the evaporator coil fins, the ones inside the unit near the airflow vents. Dip the brush lightly in soapy water, and gently brush along the direction of the fins, never against them, because bent fins block airflow completely. This matters because even a thin layer of dust on those fins insulates them, and an insulated coil cannot absorb heat from the air passing over it, which is literally the entire cooling process breaking down at the source. Old HVAC techs from decades ago used to carry a fin comb and a toothbrush in their tool bag for exactly this reason, long before spray chemicals became the default sales pitch. Number 4 is where it gets a little unexpected, and that's using plain table salt. Not on the unit itself, but dissolved into warm water to create a strong brine solution you pour into your condensate drain line. Salt water breaks down algae and slime buildup inside that drain pipe, the same way ocean water prevents certain organisms from surviving. A clogged drain line is one of the sneakiest reasons an AC starts running weak or even shuts off completely, because the unit senses backed up water and protects itself by stopping. Nobody talks about this one because it's not glamorous, it's just plumbing basics applied to HVAC. But stick around, because tip 7 is the one people message me about the most after trying it. Now, if you're already saving money watching this, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button, because next I'm going to show you the trick professionals specifically don't want getting out. The one that fixes airflow problems in under 2 minutes using something from your laundry room. Number 5 is straightening bent fins using an old plastic fork. Run the fork gently between the fin gaps to realign anything that's bent flat, restoring the small air channels the system depends on. Airflow is everything in cooling, it's basic thermodynamics. Blocked air equals blocked heat exchange equals warm air blowing out instead of cold. Number 6 is clearing the outdoor unit's surrounding area, cutting back any grass, leaves, or debris within 2 feet of the unit, because airflow restriction from the outside is just as damaging as dirt on the inside. And this one costs $0, just 10 minutes of yard work. Number 7, the one I promised you, is using a simple box fan positioned to increase airflow across the indoor vents temporarily, while your system catches up after a deep clean, which helps redistribute cooled air faster through a room that's been struggling, especially right after doing tips 1 through 6. People are shocked at how much faster a room cools once airflow circulation is added back into the equation, because AC units cool air, but fans move it, and most homes are missing that second half of the equation entirely. Number 8 is wiping down the thermostat sensor with a dry microfiber cloth, because dust buildup there can cause false temperature readings, tricking your system into thinking the room is already cool when it isn't. Number 9 is checking and gently vacuuming the return air vent covers throughout your house, since blocked returns starve the whole system of airflow no matter how clean the unit itself is. Number 10 is applying a thin layer of cooking oil, specifically a food-safe lubricant like light mineral oil, to exposed fan motor bearings if your unit has an accessible oil port, which many older units do, reducing friction so the fan spins at full efficient speed instead of struggling. Number 11 is insulating any exposed refrigerant lines running to the outdoor unit using basic foam pipe insulation from a hardware store, because uninsulated lines lose cooling efficiency to the surrounding hot air before that cold ever reaches your house. And now, the one you've been waiting for, number 12, the $2 fix that started this whole video. It's a simple mixture of 1 part vinegar, 1 part baking soda, applied as a paste directly onto stubborn grime spots on the coil fins where spray alone couldn't fully break through. The chemical reaction between the acid and the base creates a light foaming action that physically lifts caked-on dirt out of tight metal grooves that brushes and sprays can't reach on their own. And after 5 minutes, you simply rinse it away with a hose. This is the exact combination that took my unit from barely blowing lukewarm air to ice cold within about 20 minutes of cleaning. No technician, no chemicals from a hardware store, just 2 ingredients that cost less than a candy bar combined. So here's the truth, nobody in that industry wants floating around. Most AC repairs are just neglected cleaning, and now you know exactly how to handle it yourself for pennies instead of paying triple-digit service fees every single season. If this video just saved you a repair bill, do me a favor, hit subscribe, drop a comment telling me which tip surprised you the most, and click the next video where I'm breaking down another appliance secret they really don't want spreading around. Stay cool, stay smart, and I'll see you in the next one.